Women in wrestling.
We did not evolve.
We have always been here.
In the shadows.
Waiting, ready, motivated.
And now Ring of Honor places its spotlight on women.
And as we stretch our arms to make space, we inspire.
As we put our babies to bed,
we create fairy tales. And as we lace up our boots and wear our stilettos,
we chase dreams of gold.
We are strong. We are athletes.
We are passionate.
We are they.
This is Ring of Honor. And this is women's wrestling.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Beyond the Bells, where we highlight all the action from the women's division of Ring of Honor and more right here on Women's Division Wednesday. I'm your host, Alyssa Marino, joined once again, a multi-time champ, First Lady of Hardcore, our expert analyst, Mephisto. Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
So, and of course, we are, missing Maria Kanellis-Bennett. She is currently on location for ROH tapings at the moment, but we will look forward to having her back with us again very, very soon. So, in light of recent news, we do want to send lots of love to all of our pals in the Ring of Honor family. But also, I think it's important in the spirit of resilience that ROH has shown over its 2 decades. Beyond the Bells is still kicking. We are gearing up for a historic final battle, and we have women's division matches to discuss, including a tag team match featuring ROH Women's Champion Rok-C from over the weekend. So let's take a look.
A heck of a contest. Women's tag team action, the women's division. And Caprice, I love the outfit, but I can't even imagine what we're about to see. Person that has been comfortable being a hired gun. Let's take it to Bobby Cruz.
This is a women's division tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Team number 1, first being accompanied by Amy Rose, wrestling out of the wasteland, Max the Impaler.
Whenever you see them, you know you're in for a surprise, and this is like a horror film.
It's incredible. You got to think about it. I mean, she was a manager of Roosh, who's almost uncontrollable, and now she's managing Max in the women's division. She must be the most powerful woman in wrestling, with all due respect.
Her partner, wrestling out of Houston, Texas, the Lucha Baddie, Miranda Alizé.
Just a couple of weeks ago, it finally set in that Miranda Alizé did not win the Ring of Honor Women's Division Championship, and that realization sent her crashing to the ground, Maria.
Yeah, I couldn't have expected that. I mean, with her family there and her having such a fantastic match, to take it so hard.
And that is why she's teaming with Max, the hired gun. Hey! That's our partner, Caprice.
Okay, there you go.
Look at the lat spread.
Their opponents, first wrestling out of Springfield, Missouri, Quinn McKay.
Always good to see Quinn in the house.
Glad that she's stepping forth and wrestling, and she's not coming alone.
Man, this is a tag team I want to see.
They met in the second round of the tournament to crown the world champion, and there is the woman that went all the way, 4 wins and 1 title.
Her partner, wrestling out of Laredo, Texas, she is the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, the Prodigy, Rok-C.
For someone who seems to be so confident in herself, so confident in her abilities, she really can't seem to do things by herself. And there she goes, getting someone to do the dirty work for her. Well, you know what, Miranda?
Hey, I get it. I understand. You're upset about Miranda. We have a bigger problem than Miranda right now. Max is literally huge, and we need to focus on that. You already beat Miranda. You know how to do that. This is the proof. You're already the champion. We just have to make sure that no matter what, neither of us is left alone in the ring with Max. Rok-C, you're the champ, okay? Go do champ stuff, go be the champ, and I'm here to cheer you on, okay?
We got this.
Let's go.
We got this.
Let's go.
What are they doing?
They just...
They're taking it as a souvenir, it looks like.
And you can have it.
The two women that met in the final to crown the inaugural champion of Death Before Dishonor will start things off. It's Rok-C and no love lost here. It was a friendly competition, but it's become personal between these two.
I believe Miranda made it personal.
She did, most definitely. Miranda hit Rok-C from behind. I mean, after such a fantastic contest, a contest between two competitors that were equally matched, and then to see that just weeks later.
She's inside of the champion's head.
And the bell is sounded officially, and we are off. And it's Alizé and Rok-C. And in the corner, quick tag being made, and maybe Quinn.
Yeah, they're fighting.
Heads. And Quinn trying to have cooler heads prevail here.
Yeah.
Trying to get the champ back on.
There's no way to win a match like that when you got two people that are known for wrestling fighting.
And Quinn McKay. Nice go behind there. High angle takedown.
That's what it's going to take.
Side headlock here. Really wrenching on the pressure. Alizé to her knees, to her feet, establishing a vertical base here.
And my game plan would be to keep Miranda in the ring. Try not to let her make a tag for the rest of your life. You hear me?
Not just today, the rest of your life.
The rest of your life. And she's taking this serious. I'm so proud of her.
Oh! Alizé sending Quinn McKay down to the mat, hooking the leg one.
How do I watch ROH TV? Start by visiting ROHWrestling.com and using our zip code lookup tool to find your local listings. We aren't in your area? Don't worry. You can catch us on digital channels such as Stadium and Stir City, as well as Fight.tv. ROH TV also airs every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Best on the Planet, our newly launched 24/7 streaming channel, which is available on Stir and Plex. The newest episode of ROH TV is always free on ROHWrestling.com and the Ring of Honor app. Ring of Honor has never been easier to watch.
During the break, we saw Rok-C tag in, and the champion went back and forth with Miranda. But as you can see, Miranda was able to gain the advantage and is now in complete control.
And on the adjacent side, you hear this trash talking.
I think Miranda is incredibly upset that Rok-C's had so much success at this age.
And a tag made to Quinn McKay. And Alizé has been in this whole match. And she needs to make a choice at some point, or else.
Wow, beautiful drop kick.
Or else Quinn and Rok-C are going to win this match going away here.
Quinn very smart, putting her in the corner. She caught that elbow, though.
Oh, catches her arm, sends her down.
That's Miranda knowing her positioning, knowing where she's at.
Maybe more importantly, too, knowing where her opponents are at.
You know, it's almost like she has her eyes on the prodigy more than she has her eyes on the opponent.
Oh, look at that. Great veteran instinct by Quinn McKay.
She blocked that tag.
Oh, sunset flip position. Center of the ring, 1, 2.
At least we know Miranda wants to make a tag now.
And Quinn with a power slam. Hooks the leg, 2. And Max.
I was almost wondering, are they even in this match? Like, are they just standing there?
Oh, come on, biting the fingers. Should have been the telltale sign of who this person really is.
Yeah, you know what? The more I see it now, it's just I'm accepting who she is, and now I'm no longer surprised. Now I know this. I guess I was just now there's a tag. I was surprised because it's not the person we were introduced to. Now that person's being unveiled, I get it.
Oh, she looks to Amy. They're looking to Amy to make sure now's the time.
And they enter the ring. It is Max and Quinn McKay.
Oh my goodness, come on, Quinn. Come on, Quinn.
Oh, big boot.
There you go, stick and move, stick and move.
Looking for a sleeper here. Trying to wear down them. Rok-C. Oh, no.
My goodness.
She's in a sleeper hold and she's lipped. She's.
Ooh, how strong are they?
Oh,
my
just
goodness.
throws her down. Quinn trying to lock in that sleeper, trying to cut off the blood and the oxygen. Oh, no! Max stacks them up.
Oh, you can hear Amy laughing.
And Alizé has decided that she had enough of a breather to get in and pick the bones of Quinn McKay.
That's exactly what she's doing, is picking bones.
They go to sleep on Quinn McKay, hooking the leg. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count there.
And I tell you what, if that pin was not broken up, I don't know if Quinn would have kicked out. I'm just being honest. And you know we love Quinn. I'm just calling what I see.
Rookie mistake could be this one too.
Well, that would have been a great finish.
Oh,
my
I
goodness.
think she's knocked out. I think she's knocked out.
And them, they have their arms stretched out, they make the tag. It is Max. Oh, God.
It's blindsided. I like the way they're still trying to stay together.
Max,
What?
she has
What
both
is
of them.
Max doing? Oh.
Goodness.
Oh.
Parading them around in this display of strength. Dumps them both.
Have you ever seen them this strong? Like,
I don't know if I've ever seen a person that's
like
reminded me
to
of Andre
walk
the Giant.
Right, to walk around with someone like this. He never should quit.
Oh!
Oh, I hate this. Is hard to watch.
Oh, Quinn,
they are so impressive, so strong, so imposing.
Look at Amy Rose.
To be that strong and to listen to the command of Amy. Who is Amy to have this much control over somebody?
If she can tame El Toro Blanco, if she can control. Oh, come on.
Wow, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
The winners of the match.
Oh, no.
The team of Miranda Alizé and Max, the Impaler.
Wow.
It was impressive when Miranda wrestled the first 10 minutes of the match by herself. But it was Max. It was Max's finishing move twice. And in the ring, Alizé, eye to eye with the world champion. I don't think we've seen the last of these two. Maria, we want to thank you so much for joining us in the commentary position.
I mean, LaFisto, what can you say for just the sheer power of Max the Impaler?
There was like two things in this match that really stood out for me. Was how much technical prowess was showing Quinn. Like, Quinn is getting better and better and better every match. The resiliency, she's really the little Mighty Mouse of Ring of Honor. And it's shown in that match. But Max, wow. Like, they are so powerful. The way they had both of them, like, right, I'm like, wow, Max, they are the monster, the power, they are everything. Like, I was so impressed. And of course, Amy Rose looking at them so proud in the end is like, that is my client. And I mean, Amy picked the perfect client here. Just, like, what else could I say about Max? Like, wow.
It's true. Max is so imposing, and the visual, as you said, of Max hoisting kind of Quinn and Rok-C on each of their shoulders, definitely something that I don't think will be forgotten. That is a visual that I think will live in a lot of people's memories.
For them too, I was like, I'm jealous.
Right?
Do that.
Jeez. But one thing I wanted to get your take on as well. Before the match, Rok-C was interviewed and seemed to be getting almost a little emotional regarding her frustrations with Miranda Alizé. And Quinn was the first to kind of come in and say, hey, you've defeated Miranda before. You can do this. We need to worry about Max. Do you think that Quinn's approach to a match involving Max the Impaler, do you think that strategy was, the right way to go?
I think it was, but in the past weeks, how we always mentioned that Rok-C was too nice. She was polite. She was very respectful to all her opponents. And she was taking this like like a proud and honorable champion, no pun intended. But we could see that even with Quinn's advice and everything, she was really bothered by everything that Miranda would say or do, or you could see like the animosity between them, like just the looks she was giving them. You see a little bit of a different Rok-C, at least towards Miranda Alizé, because the history and everything. And I think like she's really sick and tired of her and everything. Like, and I mean, Miranda always said, I am confident this championship is mine. So even if she lost in the final match of the tournament against Rok-C, eyes is still on the prize. And Rok-C's the target, and Miranda's still aiming right there. And you could see all that during the match, and the way like Miranda was talking to Rok-C, and she drop kicked her outside, and it's like, come here. And it's like, even with Quinn's, I would say, great advices, you could see the champion was bothered.
And I think for good reason too, because you said that Alizé targeted Rok-C within the match, but even before this match took place, when Rok-C had her first in-ring interview as champion, Miranda Alizé attacked her on her way out of the ring. And Quinn, I think, was one of the first people to kind of come to the aid of the women's champion, which obviously great on Quinn to just be kind of a force for good and aligning herself with the women's champion. But something that stood out to me too about Miranda Alizé in this match is that Alizé showed almost an impatience with Max the Impaler. I don't know how much confidence you can have when you look at a figure like Max and boss them around. I don't know if that's like.
I have that same feeling. I look at Miranda looking at Max, and it's like she didn't care at all that Max is bigger, stronger, and everything. She was the boss. She was in charge. And she's like, hey, you go in there. It's like, bossing around. I'm like, wow, I don't know if that's confidence or being stupid. I'm like, I don't know at this point. But yeah, showed no fear at all. My God, I mean, good for her. I wish I had that much confidence. But again, courage or stupidity. There might be a fine line there.
Definitely a fine line. And it's one thing too if you're Amy in kind of a position of authority where I don't think Amy even really bosses Max around. Amy is kind of just, you know, the guide, the keeper, you know, helping run the show. But yeah, the Lucha baddie really, I didn't know what to make of the fact that Miranda Alizé seemed to almost like be losing her cool with Max of all the people.
What really surprised me is too at the end, Max hits the wasteland, and then Amy Rose looks at Max. It's like tag for the pin, and I was like, is there an alliance? What's going on here? It was really weird. I thought like she would want her client to get the victory and all the glory, but she was just no, you give this to Miranda. So I was like, I don't know what's going on there, but I thought it was a little bit awkward.
And we definitely have seen some, you know, wheeling and dealing with Amy Rose and even with Max and the Allure. And we didn't really get your take on the Allure versus the Hex for the NWA Women's Tag Team Championships last week. So did you have any kind of impressions that you wanted to share from that match?
The thing that, well, first of all, the X, what an amazing tag team. Great champions. They have great combos. They have such great chemistry. But what's really stands out in this match for me is like, it's like the second time that the Allure, they lose a match. And I'm not saying there's anything going on between them that would break the team, but something obviously is not working out. What is it? Why? There's that thing going on with Amy Rose that they owe her something. We have no clue what it is. Is it something bothering them? Is it something else? Or are they both so upset that they didn't get to the finals or to the championship that it's still in their minds? But there's something going on with the Allure, especially, you know, such a well-established tag team, a veteran with Angelina and Mandy, who's been at Ring of Honor for so long, you know, the she was calling herself the founding mother of the new division in some sort of way. So that's my question. What's up with the allure?
Yeah, there certainly are, more questions than answers.
Yeah.
And to now, as we're gearing up for Final Battle, we saw one triple threat match where Willow was victorious over Miranda Alizé, over Angelina Love, and we still have the match that's going to take place with Allison Kay, Trish Adora, and Mandy Leon. So I feel like even in terms of the allure, Mandy Leon is kind of the last chance at a title opportunity because, a win for one is a win for both when it comes to the allure.
Yeah.
So definitely we're going to have to see how all that shakes out. But, without any doubt, we can say that our women's division is going strong with the women's champion Rok-C at the forefront. As all of our friends know at home, we do like to wrap up our Beyond the Bells by touching on some news in the world of women's wrestling. And, we just celebrated the Halloween holiday over the weekend. And I know that, Lufisto, you got to celebrate Halloween in a very special way with a match against Jordynne Grace. So can you tell us about that experience?
My neck hurts.
Oh,
I don't know if I posted a clip.
Yeah.
And Jordynne has that move. I think they call it the Grace Driver on TV, but we also call it the Daddy Driver. And when she hit me with a back fist, I was like so confused. And then all I remember is falling on my head. Everything went black. Said, "Oh, I lost." And I'm like, I'm going to see a massage therapist after the show finally. But yeah, I mean, the evolution of Jordynne to me is amazing, and it's always. I haven't seen her for 2 years. We were a tag team, Team Pog, for like over 2 years, undefeated at Beyond Wrestling against the guys. So we have such great chemistry. We're good as partners. We're good as enemies in the ring. And it was really a back and forth match. And in the beautiful venue that is Battle Hearts Academy, Santino Morella's wrestling venue and school, it's such a great place. And yeah, although I lost, I was really happy to be there for this show and face Jordynne and see the evolution in her. And I'm so proud of her. And even if she beat me, I love her. I love her so much. She's really like she's my tag partner for life.
And I was so excited that I knocked my headphone out of my ear. So I'm gonna get that back so I can hear you in stereo. When you were talking about the Grace Driver, I was like, oh, boom! I knocked my headphone out. But I think that is something that is so bittersweet in a way when you lose a match to someone that you have such a history with. And I feel like we had talked about a similar experience with you and Nicole Savoy, who we saw compete in the Quest for Gold. Where what did she call you? Your
wrestling mom.
Wrestling mom. That was it. So yeah, it's like you forge all of these really special relationships over the course of your career. And something else that took place over the weekend that I know was so imperative and so important and so paramount in so many careers of different female competitors. This was a huge weekend that featured the return of Shimmer. So we saw so many changes. We saw so many returns. We saw some new faces. Mm-hmm. Lufisto, what were your takeaways from the footage that we've been seeing from Shimmer over the weekend?
Shimmer has a special place, I think, in every female wrestlers out there because people credit a lot for the women's revolution to Impact or to WWE or, bigger promotions. But people have to know that it all started in the independent, and Shimmer is key to everything that would happen after. Dave Prazak, his work, the way he wanted women to be presented as the main show, as athletes, as serious. So it's so much of what is going on today starts with Shimmer and the women that were involved at this particular time. And what was great this weekend is Zoe Sky. She started more at Rise, which was kind of the sister promotion of Shimmer. She was champion there. She was tag team champion with Rosemary in a team called Paradise Lost. And then she moved to the Shimmer roster, became Heart of Shimmer. And then today, this weekend, won the biggest prize of them all, the Shimmer Championship. So it was really a long and beautiful evolution for her, because she had been wrestling for a long, like I think over 10 years, if I'm correct, before she got that exposure that she deserved. And now to see her, you know, being main event and holding one of the most prestigious women's championship, it's like full circle for her, and it's a beautiful story. And yeah, I'm really proud of her, and I'm so proud that she's wearing gear I designed.
Oh, no way! That's so exciting.
Yeah, I know. And it's just great. Like she's so good, and for a long time she was a talent that people, I think, didn't know enough about, and now she's in the shining light, and it's great. And one other name that won a championship that weekend is Nevaeh. And Nevaeh is one of the first tag team champions at Shimmer. She was with Ashley Lane, Madison Rayne, and now to see her holding single gold, it's just great. She's such a great technical wrestler, and I think she doesn't get enough credit for being that good as a technical wrestler. And now that she's at the forefront of the Heart of Shimmer division, holding that gold, I just think it's awesome. And also, I think the Sea Stars are now the longest reigning tag team championship. So it's been a big weekend for Shimmer champions, either title change or, the tag team champion holding on for so long.
And I believe Sea Stars, Ashley Vox and Delmy Exo retained their Shimmer tag team titles twice over the course. We had 2 back-to-back events on Halloween. So against Kayla Cassidy and Sierra, and against Blonde Force Trauma, Heather Monroe and Ray Lynn. And I think some of the cool things too is that we saw competitors that we've seen on Women's Division Wednesdays, that we've seen in the Quest for Gold: Holodead, Nicole Savoy, Marty Bell, Allison Kay, Willow, Lady Luck, and just so many incredible talents. Like we said, just legends of the business like Thunder Kitty, and then newer faces like Janai Kai. It's really incredible to see everyone brought together. And I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that group photo of everyone didn't get me a little in the feels, because it is such a beautiful thing to see everyone united at Shimmer.
Exactly. Shimmer has been great at bringing together different generations. You had also Mercedes Martinez, who's been there since the beginning. And then, you have the new blood, and that picture represents what Shimmer has done for so many years. The ring generals and the newcomers, together and building something beautiful for women wrestling.
And I think that too speaks volumes for just the evolution of this industry, is veterans passing on what they know to newer generations is how we kind of keep this going and keep everyone at the table and keep everyone improving. So I love that. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And, it's important to give credit to Dave Prazak, because he had that vision that's the way women's wrestling should be presented. And now there's tons of little Shimmers everywhere. And, it starts with his idea and his commitment and his financial implication. I mean, he sacrificed a lot to make sure that would work, bringing talent from all over. And now it's like Shimmer shows are something usual all over the country. And here's Slash. He says hi.
Hi, Slash. Just a big fan. A big fan.
A big fan. So he opted in. Say hi.
And I think too, it's such, as we always say, it's just such an exciting time in the world. So to see where, doors may close, but new windows open, there's just so much ebb and flow around this time. It can be scary, but it's also, it's inspiring at the same time. So
yes.
and finally, we do want to talk about a cause that is another cameo. Hello. We're so lucky. And of course a cause that is very, oh my gosh, you're too funny. I love this. And we do want to talk about a cause that is near and dear to our hearts, Tag Me In United. They finished their Pro Wrestling Tees t-shirt campaign, and last we checked, I believe they had raised almost $4,000 through sales on the site for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and the sales are being matched by Impact Wrestling. So that is another incredible feat. So congratulations, and the work, still continues to keep the conversation going. We know how important that is. So now looking forward, first and foremost, what do you have going on next, LuFisto?
I am actually wrestling for one of the main male championships this weekend. I'm facing a gentleman called Matt Angel. He's one of the best talents in Quebec. He actually had one match for Ring of Honor in the past. So I'm going for that belt. That was mine years ago. I was the first female to ever hold this world championship in Canada. So I want it back. So that's what I have going this week. Then the following week, I'm returning to C4 Wrestling to face Joshua Bishop, and then I'll be at IWS on the 13th at MTELUS in Montreal. I don't know my match yet, but it should be something very interesting because IWS is doing big things in Montreal, and the venues are now full. Like, they let people in, so we're so excited in Canada now that, I mean, it's great to see all the fans back, and they're happy and they're so into it. We had enough of COVID, so like everything, like we are so excited, fans and wrestlers, and finally, like it's good for the soul.
It certainly is. There's a kind of energy that you can't get without just the live audience there to feed off of. So I completely understand that, and it's so happy to see things kind of moving forward for sure. So so now we have coming up. We've got to stay tuned. We still have a triple threat coming up between Allison Kay, Trish Adora, and Mandy Leon to see who will be facing Willow ahead of Final Battle. Because at Final Battle, this is going to be a historic event with so many matches going on. We have the ROH Women's Champion is going to be facing whoever comes out on top of that match before Final Battle. So Saturday, December 11th, do not miss Rok-C's defense of the ROH Women's Championship. And we just can't wait to see all of you again for another episode of Beyond the Bells. And in the meantime, we want to make sure that you're keeping up on all the latest news, following ROH on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and The Experience on Facebook. So we want to thank you, my friends, for celebrating another Women's Division Wednesday with us. LuFisto, any words for our friends at home?
Just keep watching, and we'll know in a couple of weeks who's going to face Rok-C at Final Battle. Can't wait to see who it is. I can't wait to see who Willow's gonna face. I'd like to see Willow and AK, or Willow and Andy, or Willow and Trish. All interesting matches to me. So whoever wins this triple threat, we're in for a great fight. And if you want to see how powerful Willow is, go online. There's a clip of her pouncing former champion Kimberly, and she literally flies out of the ring almost. So whoever was going to face Willow, they're in for a challenge.
The Babe with the Power certainly lives up to the name. Yeah, 100%. So until next time, my friends, for LuFisto, I'm Melissa Marino, and we will see you next time on Beyond the Bells.